Well, hey folks, how's it going today? I hope you're all doing really good. Well, it's time to see what this old archtop sounds like here. If you guys are just tuning in, this was given to me by a good friend of mine, and a mutual friend of ours actually pulled this from a trash can and hung on my buddy's wall for a number of years. It was delaminated, the back was opened up, and had a lot of issues, but I completely removed the back from the guitar, fixed all the bracing inside, the kerf, lining too was loose in spots, so after that I stripped the fretboard off and installed a dual action truss rod in this guitar because it had nothing in there. That's a game changer on these old guitars. If you can keep the neck adjusted or have some adjustment, it's pretty huge. So the next thing I'm going to do to this is install some side dot markers because there are none. And, that's just a personal thing. But anyway, let's see what it sounds like here. All right, so let's I'll show you the variations in sound you can get. So strumming up by the fretboard extension, you get this nice kind of mellow sound. Now I'm playing half rounds on this too, 10 through 46, yeah, 10 through 46. So they get a little different sound to them. I'm thinking about trying that on one of my Telecasters too, because that's a sound of its own, okay, if you will. But anyway, got a nice mellow sound up here. Towards the bridge, of course, it's going to get a little sharper and more treble. It's amazing how much difference in volume you get if your arm's really resting on the top of the guitar. Really cool, and it smells like an old basement when you play it. It's got that old antique kind of smell, so pretty cool. This was a fun project. I still do not know for sure what this guitar is or who made it. There's a good peek at the headstock. That shape really screams K, but I'm not so sure about that. Again, we got this faux wood grain that's either stamped or I don't know how they did it. And we have a fixed tailpiece. It's not a trapeze tailpiece. And I have yet to find a tailpiece or a picture of one that looks like that. So I'm thinking that would probably help in identifying the guitar. That is the original tailpiece because there's no extra holes here where it's screwed to the back of the guitar. So I would say that is 100% original and legit. I love the fake wood grain. I think it's really cool. I don't know, it's interesting. I've yet to see another one like this. So if you guys know anything about it, I've asked this before on this channel and got some good information from you guys. I'm leaning towards K, Harmony, maybe Regal. I don't know for sure. I'm guessing. It could be something from Europe, German even. Again, I don't know. So if you guys have any info, I would appreciate that. It's just got that cool jazz. I'm digging it. It's really fun to play. It's really comfortable to play. It's not like a big dreadnought. It just kind of sits right where you want it to, and it feels really good. It's got a big neck on it, really wide fretboard too. It's not undoable. I mean, you can play it. It just feels a little awkward at first, but after about 5 or 10 minutes, it really feels nice. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Now I've got an old True Tone here beside me. This belongs to a friend of mine, and boy, the bodies are close, but there are some differences, and I believe this was made by Harmony True Tone for Sears and Roebuck, more than likely. Now this one doesn't have a truss rod in it either. What I did with this one, it had a ton of forward bow. There's no reinforcement and nothing in here, so I actually did a compression fret job on this. This was the first compression fret job I did to a guitar, and I put wide tang frets in it, which compresses the wood and takes that forward bow and either levels it out, or you can even get back bow depending on how tight the fret slots are. I do have the pick guard for this. I have the pick guard for the other one too, which is mint. Not sure if I'm going to put it on yet, but this has got a cool little cheese grater pickup in it, and this one is really clean for the year. It's a really nice sounding guitar too. I've got it kind of slack tuned right now. That's how I leave this because there's no adjustment. So when it's tuned up to pitch, it does have a little bit of relief in the neck, but it's pretty good. If that changes, I wouldn't hesitate to put a truss rod in one of these. I know a lot of guys think that's like a no-no, leave it the way it is, but if I can't play the guitar, it's useless to me. I don't hang them on the wall and just stare at them. So, put a truss rod in it, or some sort of, composite, rods or whatever. That helps. It really does. So, but to be able to adjust the truss rod on something like this is really major. And then you have a guitar that you can play, and it will function probably better than it did when it was new. I did put a set of Grovers on this one too, because the tuners were just janky. And again, I'll save the original stuff always, but at the end of the day, it's all about playing the guitars for me versus keeping everything original and on it. Just put it in a bag, throw it in the case. If you sell it and somebody says, "Oh, where's the original stuff?" Say, "It's right here." Boom. And you're done. It's really non-invasive. Now when I put the Grovers on, they lined up in some of the old screw holes. I didn't even have to drill any holes. So, again, in my opinion, they're worth more if they're, playable. So, again, man, this thing really sustains well, which will get better as it gets played. It's just starting to come around a little bit. I've been playing it for a day or two, and I can hear the volume starting to get a little louder, and the tone starting to get really sweet too. Again, it's an old guitar. It was something that was pulled out of a trash can, and somehow these things find me, and I'm glad that they do, because I love taking something that was going to get discarded and turning it, into something that's even better than it was new. So, fun project. I think I will put the fret dots in, the side markers here, and that's pretty much it for this one. I'm going to just leave it the way it is. And like I said, I will try a different bridge. I may try a couple different bridges. Now that can change the sound of these quite a bit, actually. According to, really what matters is how much of the bridge is touching the top, where it's touching, that kind of thing. So it's good to experiment with them, It's not a big deal to slide that off there and slide another one on, and you know, maybe do some compensating on the saddles if you need to. But at the end of the day, I got a real F-hole archtop acoustic guitar, no electronics in it, and this is something I didn't have in my collection, so I'm really happy to have it. I really am, and this will be a lot of fun to play for many more years. I'd say this thing ought to be good for another 30-40 years easily, maybe more than that. So in any case, thanks for watching, folks, and I really appreciate all the nice comments and views, and you'll be seeing more of this one in videos, I'm sure, because I've already taken a shine to it. It's really cool. All right, we'll see you guys later. Be good. Okey doke.